it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. I'm back with a bigger build today, and this is another home in the world of Sulani, but this time we are building on a lot that is not over the water and not under a volcano. This is actually a pretty big lot. I want to say it's a 30 by 4. I don't remember what size this lot is, but I really like this lot because it's got a lot of greenery, and I really wanted to build on this lot because I wanted to have a pool in Sulani. And on the water lots you can't have a pool because of the way it would work with the slope of the water. So I really wanted to build on this lot and go ahead and have a beautiful pool out back for these Sims to enjoy. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home coming in at approximately 144,000 simoleons, and it was so fun to build. I actually had built this last weekend, or maybe it was Monday. But I actually was on a voice call with one of my friends, and I was just like talking about how I wanted to build in Sulani, but I didn't know what, and just casually building while we chatted. And this is what happened. Didn't look at any inspiration pictures, didn't look up anything. I just started building, which sometimes some of my favorite builds come that way, where I just start messing around and adding boxes here and there and dragging things around and being like, does this look good? Does this look right? No, I don't like this roof, and switching it out for another one. I do a lot of that in this build, and a lot of experimentation out back on the deck where the pool is. You'll see me changing the shape of that so much. And then I probably spend close to an hour and a half, maybe more, on the landscaping on this lot. So I did cut a decent amount of that out of the footage, but some of it is left in so you can see. I try and make it blend in as best I can to the surroundings and make this whole home kind of just nestled into nature. And I really like how that came out. So hopefully you guys don't mind that I cut out a decent amount of the landscaping. I did keep in the floor plan though, because I know a lot of people appreciate when I do that, especially those on console that like to rebuild on console. Unfortunately, this is not out for console yet. I believe that comes out on July 18th. I might be wrong on that, so don't quote me. But I know it's sometime in July, and that's really exciting. So I hope those of you that play on console will get the chance to get your hands on this pack if you want to, because I really enjoy it. I know a lot of people have varying opinions on it, if it's worth the full price or whatnot, but I think it's a really cool pack, and I think that's up to each person to choose for themselves. But I really like it, and the colors. And I used so much orange on the outside of this house, and I was very excited about it because I just really like the orange and blue swatches that we got with this pack. And I went crazy with the orange. But here we are figuring out the back, just fiddling around some more. I wanted another balcony area like we have out front, but obviously in the back viewing out towards the water, because the back of I guess both sides of the house have a view of the water, but the inside one has more of a enclosed water space, and then out back it's like the open ocean. But here we are messing around with the deck for the pool. I did cut out some of this as well because it took forever. But you'll see some of the final fixings around with it because I mess around with it a lot here. And then I come back, I cut some of the messing around. It looks okay right now. But then I add more sections and more things. There's so many outdoor activities to do. We end up having a swing set, a pool, barbecue area, place to do like water balloons. There's a kiddie pool. There's a hot tub. There's a lot of stuff in this yard, and your Sims are definitely not going to be bored here, but we're just drawing out some pathways to the back of the house. There ends up being ones going around the other side as well, but we add that a little bit later. And like I said, there's just a lot here. I also just enjoyed using some of the new greenery we got with this pack. All of these trees, not just the palm trees, although I love the palm trees, but using a lot of the other plants as well, which I think fit in very, very well to this area, especially that red tree, because there's another one like off lot, and I just think they're really pretty. I also used a ton of purple flowers. Purple was a huge part of the landscaping in this build. I used so much of it, and it's so pretty. Look at that big purple bush. Or is it a tree that is sized down? I'm not really sure. I think it's a bush. But I really like that. And here we are working on the pool area some more. I fiddle with it so much. Here we are adding a section to add some loungers. There wasn't enough space to add loungers, and I was like, we just got these beautiful new loungers with island living. I am definitely going to make space to put these down. And we end up putting a table between the middle two with a couple of things on it. I believe like a lemonade pitcher from Backyard Stuff. And I added lemons under the table for some reason, but I delete them in the end. And of course, add the basket from Seasons with all the towels in it, because that's definitely something you'd want out by the pool. I thought about adding some beach towels to actually lay on out here, but I was like, nah, we can just use the sun loungers. I think that works pretty well. And your Sims can always grab a beach towel and put it in their inventory and run down to the actual beach and just lay out in the sand and soak up the rays. And this house is just, I feel like you'd have to be so rich to live here. Granted, it's only 144,000 simoleons, which isn't that bad, but I imagine your Sims are very wealthy if they can afford this. I can't imagine living someplace like this. But anyway, we are adding the hot tub over here now. I added some of these windows from the pack behind it kind of as, I don't know if it's really supposed to be like a privacy thing or just it anchors it in the space a little bit. And I liked having the greenery around it. And then we're just adding some more plants and towels and some candles to make it kind of romantic at night. I thought that would be nice. And I believe we add an ottoman off to the side as well with some more towels on it. So that's that whole little section, which I think came out really cute. And then we're adding a table and chairs, but I do end up moving this to the bottom section of the back porch later on. But right now we're just putting it there and figuring out this darker trim I want to put around the pool, which I thought looked pretty nice. But where we have that table and chairs, we're actually going to put like 2 couches instead, and then the table and chairs are going to move down a little bit, which I think worked out nicely. But here is that other pathway bringing everything around it. All of a sudden there's tons more landscaping. I spent so long on landscaping. I love landscaping. It's probably one of my favorite things to do in building, and I'm just so nitpicky, and so I feel like it's just never done. I could spend all day landscaping a lot and still find more things to add to it. It's just never ending. So I had to cut some of that out, but we just added a little pond over here. I also added these little turtles. I made 2 little ones, so like the little babies are following mama. I thought that was really cute. But here we are switching out for these couches and moving the table down to the bottom. I thought that worked out pretty nicely. And I believe we add the coffee table that has more of it looks like it's like a fire pit in the middle. Yeah, I thought that looked pretty cute. And of course we have a lounger in the pool. We're adding more candles. It's just so cozy, and I'm so proud of this build. I love when you just get super inspired like that and just can't stop. And hopefully there'll be more builds like that coming. I'm probably going to spend a ton of time this weekend building, and I'm really excited. Probably tonight, actually. This weekend's already been really exciting because this video is coming out so late today because I was out all day today looking at dogs, because sometime in the next 2 months, hopefully, we started searching today. We are planning to adopt a dog. We've been going to local rescues and humane societies, and I'm just really excited. We did not find who we were looking for today, and actually the one dog we were interested in got adopted just before we got to meet them, but I'm just really excited that that's going to be something happening sometime soon, but that's why this video is so late in the day. It's been an interesting weekend already, and it's only Saturday night by the time this goes out. So happy weekend, everybody. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. I know this upcoming week, I don't know about everywhere in the world, but I know this upcoming week, Canada Day for those in Canada is on the 1st, I think. And then the 4th of July is on Thursday, or Independence Day for the United States. I'm really excited because my family always gets together and has a cookout, and I can't wait to eat hot dogs. That's probably weird, but that's my favorite part of 4th of July. I'm buying a ton of watermelon and bringing it to my family's house, and I'm very excited. Watermelon is delicious. What's your favorite fruit? Leave that down below. I'm going to know who watched this far into the video. What is your favorite fruit, and what's your opinion on watermelon? Because I feel like a lot of people like either love or hate watermelon, but I might be wrong. Maybe some people think it's just okay, but I really like watermelon. Totally talking about watermelon in this now instead of the build. But this is the kitchen area. It's actually in the interior of this house, not that big of a house. More of the space is the gorgeous exterior, like the beautiful nature around it. I feel like that's what you're paying for, is the proximity to the water as well as how much space there is in that giant pool. But inside is fairly spacious. It's just smaller than you might think it would be because there's so much outdoor decking space that I feel like from the outside the house looks bigger than it is. But we're of course using the new countertops from Island Living because I'm never gonna get over them. It's not happening. And so we're doing that, and then we add some like what would this be called? Behind, like some paneling, I guess, behind the counters as kind of a backsplash. And I believe, oh gosh, I'm thinking about it. In my last build, or the one before it, the modern house that I did in here in Sulani, I forgot a fridge. I'm pretty sure there's a fridge in this build. I feel like it's on the other wall and I already placed it down. But now I'm like second guessing myself because I somehow forgot a fridge there. But we're just adding a bunch of clutter up on the top of these cabinets. I did combine the sectional ones that we got from Island Living with the Parenthood ones. I thought they matched fairly well. They don't match perfectly, but I did what I could do, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out in the end. And yeah, just a couple more decorations. I believe the cutting board and of course this fork and spoon. When I was asking about items I put in every build, I got a couple of people that said that fork and spoon. A bunch of people that are very correct in saying the little painting with the 2 leaves on it. Yeah, I use that constantly. That's like my bathroom picture. I have to put that in every bathroom. Not sure why. There's the fridge. We have a fridge. I did it. I'm proud of that. And then some people were like, you put toilet paper in every house. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I think that's an important thing to have in every house. But I don't think that's like really a design choice. Like that's not my favorite item that I can't go without. But again, I'm sure I've forgotten it before. I feel like it's an easy item to forget because it's not required in the build. Your Sims don't actually use it. It's just, you should probably have it. Anyway, we're adding the stools here in the kitchen, the same ones that came with Island Living. I think they're really cute because they look like drums, and I kind of love that. And then I kind of skip over the little front entryway area because trying to cut some stuff out from this build. And I believe, did we cut out the bathroom? Or I think we just didn't do the bathroom yet. This is going to be the dining space in the front of the house, right in front of these open windows. I think it's so pretty. I love these curtains. I really liked combining those 2 really open windows with the more like shaded windows with the like little slats through them. I think it came out really cute. And then this really busy rug, but just browns all around it. We also added these little dressers from Laundry Day under the steps with a mirror and I think a plant. I might be wrong. I feel like a plant's a safe bet though, but I think I'm wrong. I just add plants everywhere, but I guess I didn't this time. And then in here we end up adding this rug from Cats and Dogs, I believe, and used some of these sectional counter or like cabinet pieces to be a TV stand. Of course, getting some ottomans around, and then these beautiful wicker chairs. I do change them to a white seat later because we have a bunch of the red coming in from the curtains, as well as this couch from base game that I added down in this like peachy swatch, which I thought brought just enough color to the room, and I didn't want to overdo it with the chairs. And of course, my favorite rubber plant. I had to put that in the corner. And we're kind of using these ottomans as tables, so I'm just bringing over a bunch of different decorations using this red shelf. If you're not familiar with the red shelf, it is a CC item I use to place items more precisely. I'm not going to go into details here. There's a download link down below, and a few days ago I did put out a tutorial on how to use that red shelf and download it, install it, all that good stuff if you'd like to check that out. Anyway, here is the television, and then we're also going to be adding some succulents over here, which I don't know how realistic it is. I don't know, like, are succulents a thing everywhere that you could just buy? Are they more prone to grow in certain areas? I feel like if you have them inside and you're taking care of them on your own, you could probably have them in any climate, but I thought they looked cute over there. And then of course some of these new plants, they're just so pretty. I don't actually know what kind of plant that is. I haven't read the description, but it's gorgeous. And then this candle with the beautiful flowers and a little butterfly painting. And we add another one of these little ottomans, a different one than we had before, under the table. I really like adding those under tables. It just looks cozy, like you could pull that out and sit down and like work on something at the table. And then this back hallway kind of works as an office. We add this desk over here with a computer, and then we have the 2 bookcases, which I think look really cute. I love the colors. And we just used a regular chair that came with the pack instead of a computer chair. For some reason that made more sense to me in this space. And of course a corkboard, because I can't stop putting those above every desk in every office that I ever make in the game. And just some clutter up on the desk. I love this little pile of books with the bunny on the end. I don't use it that often. I feel like I've been using it more often lately though. I'm just like, oh, it's a bunny. We need more bunny things in the game. I'd like to have a bunny pack. I don't think it's going to happen because I feel like if we were going to get rabbits, they would have given them to us with my first pet stuff, even though that would be very unrealistic and they should never be in cages like that. And a bunny is not going to climb up a tube like that. I still would have liked to have bunnies, even if it was a little unrealistic, but I don't think we're ever going to get them in the game. If you guys are not aware, I have a rabbit, and I love rabbits so much. They're probably one of my favorite animals, and I would love to have them in the game. But I'm glad we have cats and dogs and hamsters and hedgehogs and rats and Booblas? Is that how you pronounce the void critter name that we have? I'm not really sure how to say it, but it's cool that we do have some pets, and I wonder if we'll get any more in the future, because I know a lot of people had been upset that we didn't get horses with cats and dogs, since in The Sims 3 we had horses with pets, but Who knows? Maybe if we get a farming pack, because I know a lot of people want farming. If it's a full-on expansion, maybe we'll get all kinds of animals with that, which should be pretty cool. I don't know how I'm talking about farming in an island living build, but we're in the master bedroom now, so moving on to that. I did combine this dresser from Island Living with this beautiful mirror from Jungle Adventure, which is one of my favorite mirrors in the entire game. I love it so much. And then I did combine a bunch of these rugs from Island Living, which I didn't even realize until I was doing this, that they overlay perfectly, so you can basically make them whatever size you want, because at least the pattern on this one, I haven't actually checked the other ones, but it replicates perfectly, so you can just overlay them and they don't clip, and it just continues the pattern, and it looks so perfect. And I was very excited about that, because I feel like it's really hard to combine rugs sometimes if they have patterns, because it just looks abrupt and you see like the seam, but these ones I don't see a seam in them, so I was happy about that. But here we are just adding some more decorations, and here we have some candles, tissues, a clock, flowers, and I believe we add the painting on the wall that has like the tropical look in it. That actually looks like Sulani. People have been pointing out that these paintings have like Strangerville and Sulani on them, and I'm like, I wonder what that is. And the Sims team says they don't do any hints, but it's very interesting, and I do like that painting a lot. And I love this vase. This vase from Island Living is so pretty with the cracks in it. It's like the beautiful seashells you find on the beach. And then this is the bathroom. We just put a little shower in this little nook, and our sink is over here, and our toilet as well. Pretty simple bathroom. I didn't go too crazy with these. I did use the sinks that came with Jungle Adventure though, because I just think they're really, really pretty, and I don't use them that often. I'd actually like to build in Selva Dorada again sometime soon. I feel like it's been a little bit, and that could be kind of fun. Also, because I'm really in this love for tropical builds right now, and that's still tropical. It's just a different type of tropical. So let me know if you guys would like to see a build in Selva Dorada sometime soon, because I think I might be doing that. That sounds fun. But then again, I might change my mind in an hour, because I always just build what sounds fun in the moment. I'm always taking suggestions though, and I write them down, and sometimes something will be like, somebody will say something and I'm like, oh yes, and then I do exactly what they suggested. And other times I like look through all the suggestions and I'm like, maybe this, and like combine some ideas. But I'm always loving to read your suggestions if you have any of builds you'd like to see, and we'll see what we can do, because I get so much inspiration from you guys, so it's really fun. But this is a like double kids room sort of. It's pretty structured. There's not like a bunch of toys in it. I believe we just have this teddy bear and then some sports equipment, and then we add some like posters and stuff on the walls for the two personalities that I imagine do inhabit this room. So we kind of have like a kid that's into reading and pets, and then like kind of more athletic sim on the other side. And then this is the final bedroom, which I imagine was kind of a teenager room. I haven't used this swatch on the bed yet, because personally I don't like it, but I thought that was more the reason to use it, because I don't have to build everything to my own personal taste, so I thought I would use it. I just really don't like the pink on it. It ruins it for me. If that was white or gray, I feel like this would be a nice set. It's just the pink. I don't like the combo. Sorry for anyone that does really like pink. I do like pink in some, like, I'm not a fan of pink in general, but it can be mixed in really well with certain things, and sometimes I'll make an all pink room and I'm like, this is so pretty, oh my god. But this combo was just not one that was working for me, but I thought it was nice to kind of mess around with it a little bit and make a teenager's room. I really enjoyed using that vase with the like mosaic pink vase with the white flowers coming out of it. I'm trying to think of what pack that's from. Is that from like Romantic Garden maybe, or Backyard, or it's one of those ones I always get confused, I think. Or is it Dino? I don't know. But I do really like that vase. It's really pretty, the mosaics on it, and it's pretty versatile. I use it in a lot of builds, I feel. But this is the outside upper balcony. I do add 2 yoga mats and an easel, so you can go ahead and paint the nature around you. And then upstairs on this landing area, I wanted to have a couple of skill building stuff. So we have a bookcase and we have a chess table as well, and just like some side tables, like nothing too exciting, but I wanted it to be a usable space. But of course you could add whatever you wanted if you did download this house. And if you'd like to download it, it's available on the Sims 4 gallery. That information is down below. But we are coming to the end of the video here momentarily. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. Leave any suggestions you have for future content down below, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, everybody.